Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I am Power Symphonic and I've got a massive haul to show you. So this is my Bloodstock 2025, my Bloodstock open air haul. I bought quite a few things. I didn't spend my entire funds at Bloodstock open air because I realised by the last band on the Friday that I'd still had like 60 quid left, and I bought the majority of the stuff that I wanted. Now every year that I've gone, the power metal stuff that they have there has gotten less and less, and the band merch, some of the band merch has got less and less, and the stuff that is available, I've already got it. I'd noticed the one stall, the plastic head, I think they were called. I've got some stuff here, and you look at their band shirts, and I went to B, look for like Blind Guardian, sort of like 4 shirts, Black Sabbath does like 2. And then when it comes to Burzum, you've got like 25 shirts, and then there was, is it Emperor and Immortal? There was shed loads of them. I believe there was too many, which I think you've got too many shirts. They should have really just had, if it was me, I would have had a shirt of one shirt of each band out of that design, and then somebody will, then they just take it to the counter or just say to them, if you got that in a large or something like that, or one of each size or something would be better. But yeah, I've got loads of shit to show it here. I've got loads of stuff. My good friend Martin, who also lives in Telford, he went and bought himself a bunch of jigsaws, and he said the one store was selling jigsaws £1. So lo and behold, I bought a stack of jigsaws. I bought a load and I thought, this is going to be fun. One of them, I weren't that fussed, but I know the missus wanted it, so I gave it the missus, and the other ones I bought definitely. But the first one we have is Saxon Wheels of Steel. These are actually cool, and for £1, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a load of these and I'm going to do them, and they're going to be cool, so they'll probably be framed, a couple of them, but that's awesome. So we have Saxon, we have Dark Throne, Eternal, is that Hales? Probably spelt it wrong, but Dark Throne, another Dark Throne. I've actually unboxed some of their stuff on my YouTube channel, CDs and vinyl and stuff, so if you want to check that out, they're on my YouTube channel somewhere. Candlemass, which I know my good friend Martin is an immensely huge fan, and the stuff I've heard I do enjoy. I do like what I've heard, but obviously for £1 I thought I'm definitely going to grab these, because if I dig more into the band and I'm like, this is awesome, I'll probably be like, I regretted buying them, because they're only £1. I thought I regret buying them, and then if I dig more into them and I'm like, not my thing, then I can always pass them on and I'll gift them to somebody that will fully enjoy them. Now this one was for the Mrs. Wednesday 13. I don't mind their stuff. I've got their albums, I quite like their stuff. I just, for some reason, I wasn't that fussed about getting a jigsaw, but then she picked it up and I thought, I'll get it, and I forgot to give her, but that'll be put aside for the missus, so she can obviously fiddle around with the jigsaw, set it up, and then maybe find a frame to it. Then we have Morbid Angel, and there's a piece missing, as you can see, but I've actually been moving about and feeling, and I can actually feel somewhere sticking out. There's a piece that has gone behind, so it's obviously come off and gone behind, because if it was piece missing, I probably wouldn't have bought it, but there's one gone behind, which I thought was cool. 72 piece circular jigsaw. That was cool. I've seen these before, and they were 10 quid each in the one shop, which I was like, 10 quid's a bit expensive, but for £1, I was like, definitely. And now the last one is it Harken? Progress, I believe they're UK prog metal. I've got like 4 or 5 of their studio albums. I think they're like the single disc editions, not the limited or something like that, because one of my friends was getting rid of a load very cheap, and they said they were prog from the UK, and he mentioned about them, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to grab them CDs, so they're in that pile to check out. But £1, I thought I'd grab a load of these. There was a couple of others that I should have really grabbed, of bands that I've not really checked out, and just had them and then checked the band out. If I liked them, cool. If not, then I know good friends that I can just pass these on, because I usually gift stuff to friends. If it's a couple of quid, I'll just pass it on to a friend, which would fully appreciate it. But that's my jigsaw haul, which was cool. It's a shame that, because I know I've seen some shops where they've got like Metallica, Slayer, Anthrax, and I've seen a Halloween and stuff. If they would have had power metal jigsaws, I probably would have snapped most of them up. And not a thing of I wouldn't have bought them home and stuck them on eBay and tried to sell them for 15 quid and make a lot of money. Not that type of person. I would have bought them home for friends, like with cups and stuff. I've been Gallowed home and people are like, oh, what do you want all them for? Is it to put them on eBay and make a bit of money? And I'm like, no, it's just bring them home and I pass them on to friends who fully will appreciate it. So we have 2 poster flags, which is awesome. I know I've got loads of poster flags and I have literally going to be running out of room, but somebody said, what's the point in buying these flags? I said, well, they're all certain sizes, so I can take one down and I can replace one, I can put one up, so every now and again I'll replace them. But this one, not sure if you can actually see that, but it's Judas Priest, the Painkiller. Let's see if I can actually, so you can see the bottom of it. There you go, Judas Priest Painkiller. That is well awesome. See that and I was like, I'm having that. I'd seen Saxon because I had Hellfire and Damnation, and then I had some more Saxon, but on my wall I've got the one which I did show on my latest haul, my last Bloodstock haul, and that was the, I think it was the one that they did over Varken, or was it Heavy Metal Thunder Live? I think it was called. I can't see from here because obviously my eyesight is dreadful, but it's the live one. And then we have another awesome one, which this one is actually my favourite Maiden album, which is Power Slave. And look at that. That is cool. A few of my friends are like, whoa. I said, yeah, they had Brave New World. They had the majority of the album covers Senjutsu and stuff like that. But I says, I don't mind Senjutsu. I don't mind the, you know, like the later albums and that sort of stuff. But I wanted to get, if it's a Maiden, it would be my favourite album, which Power Slave is obviously my favourite Maiden album. I'd seen Number of the Beast, which I know probably everybody would go for that. And then I've seen like Fear of the Dark, and all the album covers or artworks are brilliant. So next year, I'm just going to make sure, because they're £15 a poster flag, which I thought, a textile flag, which is cool. The ones that are 20 quid were like the bigger poster flags with different designs, the special ones, limited run and that sort of stuff. But them I grabbed. So next year for BOA, Bloodstock Open Air, I'm going to make sure I've got some more funds for the flags, and I'm going to put some aside so I can get like 4 or 5 flags of various bands. But that's a good thing about collecting the flags. Obviously they go into my collection and then I can chop and change every now and again, take one down and put one up and that sort of stuff. But then we have 5 CDs or 4 CDs and a 5-disc box set, which was extremely cheap and cool. So the first one was £3, and this one's Band of Joy, Robert Plant. I don't believe I've got this in my collection, or I think I remembered seeing this somewhere, and it was I can't remember if I picked it up, and it was a battered condition for like 50p, but I really don't believe I've got that in my collection. I'm 99.9% sure, and I couldn't get on Discogs to check, because Discogs, when you're in a field and there's no signal, so that's the only reason. I was like, I'm just going to get it. Then 3 of the same artist, and this one's folk music album consisting of 15 beautiful ancient Latvian war and mythological songs from the band Skyforger or Skyforger. I've actually listened to these before, and I've listened to various songs of these, and I was like, these are really good. I need to get more of this. I need to, should I say, actually get their physical stuff, because as you know, I prefer physical, and fully cracked this band open. One now, 3 CDs. I believe they're Latvian, as it says on the sticker, but 3 of their albums. So this one is Zorbina Zisma Sword Song, I think it's called. Don't know if you can actually see that. Then we have Tikas or Tekas. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. They're all sealed. And then this one, I don't know if it's sealed, but this one is called Senpusha. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, they were 10 quid a CD then. And every time I've seen them online, they're like 10 to 30 quid for some CDs. And I thought, you know what? Those are 10 quid. So I picked up all 3 of them. They did have 2 more copies of this, and I believe 1 copy of that. And I was thinking about getting them for my friend's birthday gift, but I wasn't sure if he actually likes the band or enjoys them. So as I did, I played it safe, and I've gotten a couple of things that I know he would fully appreciate and love. Then this one was actually £15, which I grabbed it like a shot and was like, whoa, because those were 10, and it said the red stickers, I think they had green stickers on the side, and the red ones were 15, and this was a box set, which is Venom, the singles, so it's 5 CD box set of their singles, which is awesome. I actually don't have that in my collection, so I thought, you know what, getting that, definitely adding what that to my collection. Very happy with that. So then we have 2 t-shirts, which I actually bought. The first one I've just literally mentioned about that band. I've got to fold it inside out the right way because I did actually wear it. I know it needs washing because I worn it the day after Bloodstock coming home. But this one is a Saxon Hellfire and Damnation t-shirt. The one merch store was selling it for 25, and I thought, you know what, I'm probably going to get it, and I'm probably definitely going to buy that myself. And then I went to the other store, which was a Plastic Head merch, and I was looking through the rail, and then I noticed it in a minute of seeing it. I thought, I am having that like a shot. So I snapped it up. They did have a poster flag of Hellfire and Damnation, which I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind getting that, but I thought I've already got a metal plaque, a metal, you know, one of them aluminium tins signs with Hellfire and Damnation. So I thought, do I really want the flag? But I may next year, if it's still there, pick it up. And then there is a Welcome to Hell long sleeve Venom, which is awesome, and there's some writing on the side. I like stuff like this because these long sleeves I put with my long sleeves because I've got about 5 or 6, and they are perfect for winter. So if it's winter and, you know, it gets really, really cold in the winter, they're more winter wear, which is the reason why I got them. 2 baseball caps, which are awesome. First one, which I thought was well cool. It's an official one. There was one, and this one was all in red, but I went for this one, which I thought looked really nice looking. And that's a Kiss baseball cap. And then the next one, I did get one for my friend at work. So my friend at work is, because I thought I'd bring his stuff back and he's going to love it. And it's a Trooper cap. Iron Maiden. Look at that. I know he's a Maiden fan, so that'll keep his head warm with the heat. So I got him that, and I thought, I think he'd probably fully enjoy that. I did get 6 Bloodstock open air cups, and I gave 2 to my friend Stewie. I was going to get more because I thought I'd buy the 6, and then I was going to give because I was going to tell my friend Stewie where the merch store was, and he was going to buy them for himself, and I was going to get a couple for my friend Martin and Nikki, and then some other friends. I was going to get a couple, but we got back with the 6. 2 was for Mrs. Tess. She said while I was there, I picked her up 2. And then I had 2 for me, which is 1 to go in my collection and 1 to use. And then the other 2, after seeing them, I gave them Stewie and said, there you go, that's for you and your missus. But I'm not sure if you can actually see them. They are absolutely hideous, as I've said. I don't know if it's the printing, but meant to be on there is, where are they? All for Metal is meant to be on there. And you actually can't see the logo, and some of the logos are that faded and bad that, yeah, I thought, I'm not getting that for my friend. There's no way I'm going to give him that because it's cheaply, it's horrible. I don't even know, and there's no point in me taking them back, but they're only like £3 or something like that. So as you can see, I've got 1 to drink out of and 1 keep for best, but I don't see the point in keeping it for best. So yeah, they're horrible. That's why I didn't go back and get any from my friends, and I thought I won't get them a cut because they're bloody horrible, and I don't want to give them something that's like that horrible and falling to pieces. Then we have, I can't remember the name of the because my friend Stewie told me the name and it's literally gone out my head, but I'll open that in a minute and show you. Or should I just do a video on it? I'm probably going to just open it at a different time on a video. But that is the mascot for Bloodstock Open Air. I went to the merch store, I seen that, and I said, could I pick one up? I thought it was a plushie, because I believe I've seen plushies, but no, it was £5-6 and it was on a stand, and it's a Bloodstock Open Air mascot. I can't remember his name. Was it Bill Terrence or something like that? Which my good friend Stewie told me, or Bert or something. I think it was Bert, I can't remember, but I seen that and I thought, cool. They had one, and I believe it's just his torso upwards and it goes on top of your pint. Or should I say it goes on top of your beer can or Coke can or something, and it keeps it cool or something like that. Which I didn't pick one up, which I really should have. But then they had a load of stuff. I'd seen stuff like a belt which goes onto your trousers and you can put all your stuff in. But the belt that I seen, the really nice clip thing with the Viking style and all that sort of stuff, it's just really for festivals and stuff. Something like that for going out for the day. I don't see the point, so didn't pick one up. But I may get one for next year. And there was a clip that goes on the side. You can put your can in. But I know in the arena, unless you buy a can or bottle, you're not allowed to take one in the arena, which is annoying. But yeah, so I bought that. And then when I got my Venom shirt and my, the Venom shirt and the Saxon, I got a free t-shirt, a free CD, and some like magazines and that sort of stuff, which was awesome. I'll show you them in a moment. But I bought 2 flags, or should I say 2 beanies. So I've got a nice Man of Marth beanie. I actually couldn't remember if I actually bought that one, because I know I've got a few Man of Marth, but if I have, then I'll just gift it to a good friend, but I thought I'm having it. And then the other one, which I thought was awesome, was Arch Enemy, which is cool. They did have a load of beanies. That one's really thin, which is cool, and that one's quite thin. But they had the beanies, the ones that, like, I'll try and show you if I can without ruining this one. But if you can see the ones like that are folded in, that look thick, I don't like them ones. I've got a couple of bands like Power Quest and everything. I don't like them type of beanies. Never liked them because they're too thick on my head and I sweat even in the cold weather. So I thought I wasn't going to get them ones, but there is some really nice designs of bands. Thought about getting them just for my collection, but no, I thought, tell you what, I'm not going to. That's cool. I've just realised the Man of Marth hoodie has a beanie, which is cool. So yeah, when I bought them 2 t-shirts, they gave me a t-shirt. This is an extra large, so I don't think it's gonna be too big on me because I'm a large. So this one I'll probably see if any friends and I'll gift it to someone. But Plan 9 clothing, I don't really know much about that company, but they said you get a free t-shirt, which I thought was awesome. And then I looked into it. There it is. So you get 2 magazines and a little leaflet thing, which, if I'm right, yeah, a load of Night of the Living Dead stuff, and then there's Nosferatu. So, and then I've opened this book and had a look, which I'm just going to have another proper look just to confirm it is, yeah. You see Night of the Living Dead, Plan 9, a load of stuff from Plan 9, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, so it seems to be horror themed, horror related stuff, which is awesome. So yeah, that is cool. I did see a load of Night of the Living Dead, Nosferatu, the Lost Boys shirts and stuff like that. I was hoping to find an official Friday the 13th, which is probably my all-time favourite horror movie. One of the Friday the 13th movies with like Jason on or something. Or his mother, I believe it was Pamela Voorhees, but that was cool. You got them too. And then a couple of more flyers. This is Plastic Head Megastore. So if you want to check that out, there you go. I'm going to see if I can find this thing so I can post a link in the description to the Plastic Head if you want to check it out. There was stuff like Metallica, Kiss, Mastodon, a few Ozzy, Sabbath and all that sort of stuff, but the majority of it was all the extreme metal like Deicide, obviously Vader, Black Dahlia Murder, Dimmu Borgir or Borgir, Batushka or something like that, or however you pronounce it, Venom, I think I said Burzum, Gorgoroth, Pestilence, Bathory, Emperor, Fear Factory, Behemoth, Field of the Nephilim, weird, Heilung, Mortis and Man of Marth and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, and then there's this thing which is a magazine which when I bought some of them CDs, I forgot about that when I bought the folk CDs, there is this, so they gave me a free magazine which is cool, and there's a link to their web store on their catalogue, so hopefully I can show you the thing. But there's the merch. They have loads of band merch. This one's mainly extreme metal, so it mainly caters to the extreme stuff, which I don't mind the extreme stuff. I do like extreme metal. Obviously, as you know, my favourite is Power/Symphonic, but just tells you about books that are coming out. There's a lot of extreme metal books about the history of death metal, history of Norwegian black metal and stuff like that, which I'm gonna probably get a few of them and read them purely because I want to read them and see what it sounds like. But there you go, it's just stuff like that. I'm just checking. There's a bit about when they talk about bands, so there's interviews with a band, all of that sort of stuff. But I'm going to look to see if there is, oh cool, there it is, Skyforger, Legends of Baltic, Pagan Metal return after 10 years with a new album out, TCAS 2025, cool. I'm going to have to get the rest of their stuff and add it to my collection and give them more of a good listen. Heavy metal culture, I'm going to have a look at that. Dark Earth Records, I don't know about that, but if you want to pause the video and check some of these out, I'm going to see if I can find some of these so I can post them, the links in the description. But a load of these I've got, these are the stuff they were selling at Bloodstock. So some of it I know, some of the bands I don't. But I know they were selling the one, I think it was all hardcore stuff for like deathcore, and then you know, hardcore punk and stuff like that, which I was like, I'm not that really into the hardcore punk. It's just stuff that I don't listen to. I probably listen to it once in a blue moon. That's called black metal, so I wouldn't mind getting that and checking that one out, including the hardback visual companion. So that's going to be interesting. And then some more shirts. I don't know some of these bands. I really do not know some of these. I know one or two, but yeah, I don't know some of them. So it's a good way to check more bands out, discover more genres and that sort of stuff. So, and then the CD that you get free, it just says Total Holocaust. I think it's a compilation CD because I've seen what was on it. So you get Onslaught, I know about that band. War Wound, I don't know. Sacrilege, Extreme Noise Terror, Disgust, Raw Noise, The Fiend, and Death Dealers. I've heard of Death Dealers, the name, and that Onslaught. I've heard a couple of their stuff. I believe I've probably seen them at Bloodstock, but yeah, a mixed compilation that you got free, and I thought, I don't mind that. I'm going to give that a listen, see what I think of it. If it's good, pass it. If it's good, it will go in my collection. If not, I'll pass it on to a friend. Because certain compilations like this, for some of them, I'm not really that fussed, purely because if it's just all studio stuff, then usually you just pass it on to someone. But it's sealed, so I'm going to get a YouTube video done on that. So if anybody wants to check that out, that will be at some point on my YouTube channel, which is cool. I may even do a competition and gift it to someone, see what I think. But yeah, I do look after my CDs really well, so stuff like that, if it's a competition, it will be posted, and you know, somebody may enjoy what's on it. So I hope you'll enjoy this latest haul. That was a big haul. I have actually had a couple of CDs turn up which are here, but I know within a few days I've got some more CDs turning up. So you know what, I thought I'm going to wait and leave them till the weekend, and then I'll be doing another video on my latest haul. So I hope you'll enjoy this. If you're new to this channel, if you would like to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that sort of cool stuff, because as I've said, many unboxing videos I do, and I'll be unboxing them CDs, Skyfall and them ones that I've just had. But unboxing videos, show off my latest haul. I do show off tattoos. There's my man, I'm off tattoo. I'm planning on some more at some point when I got funds, but show off my tattoos, gig reviews, album reviews, talk about the bands I love, show off my collection, all of that epic stuff. I have got a video on my YouTube channel, you've probably seen it, about my festival experience, and I'm still recovering with my back. I don't know how I've managed to do this video when earlier I did the video on my latest haul, and I had to keep sitting back because I was in pain with my back. I don't know what it is, don't know if it's I've caught a bug, or the one year I went I had COVID, which was bloody annoying, and I've shown a few symptoms, so I'm going to have to do a test. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but I'll catch you in the next video. So Power Symphonic signing off. My flagger took the Bloodstock, that's the reason why it isn't up there, so I'll be pulling that back up when I get the chance, once I've recovered. So Power Symphonic signing off. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you later.